Chapter 86. If you can't accept it, find someone else. Ava stood frozen in place for a long moment. Wesley, who'd said he had an important client to meet today, was standing with a young, pretty girl beside him. The two were chatting pleasantly. She felt like she'd been struck with a blunt object, her mind going blank. Only when her palm began to hurt did she snap back to herself. She took a deep breath, composed her expression, and walked toward them. Wesley. When Ava was less than a step away from Wesley, she called out to him. Her voice was somewhat hoarse, her usual sweet softness completely gone. Even though she forced a smile, a careful look would reveal the strain in her eyes. "Ava, what are you doing at the hospital? Are you feeling unwell?" Wesley turned around, gripping Ava's shoulders, his voice full of concern. Ava shook her head, only looking toward the person beside Wesley. Wesley followed her gaze. "I just finished meeting with a client and was heading back when I saw her fall, so I brought her to the hospital." Ava's brow furrowed slightly. Wesley explained further. "She's pregnant, and she was bleeding." The young, pretty woman, seeing Ava's misunderstanding, quickly explained too. Her husband was on his way to pick her up. She'd had low blood sugar today and felt a bit dizzy, so when crossing the street, her legs gave out and she'd fallen. Ava smiled warmly and said she hadn't misunderstood. But Wesley still keenly sensed her bad mood. They escorted the pregnant woman outside, where her husband arrived to pick her up. Only then did Wesley and Ava get in the car. "Upset?" Wesley rubbed Ava's face. She turned her head slightly to look out the window. Wesley felt a bit helpless. He turned Ava's face back toward him, smiling indulgently. "Ava, she's just a stranger. After today, we'll never see her again." "Why were you the one who took her to the hospital?" Ava said flatly. "Couldn't you have called an ambulance?" Wesley paused. "Ava, calling an ambulance would have been slower. I happened to be heading this way, so I brought her to the hospital. She's pregnant. If we'd been late, something might have happened to the baby." Ava shot back. "Is it your baby?" The moment the words left her mouth, they both froze. Wesley seemed incredulous. "Ava, how could you think that? I'm not the kind of person who's unfaithful. I just didn't want anything to happen to her baby. That's why I took her. We don't even know each other. If you don't believe me, we can catch up to their car and I'll have her explain it to you." From the corner of her eye, Ava caught sight of a heavily pregnant woman outside the window entering her field of vision. She knew Wesley really liked children. He'd always been a warm-hearted person. When they were abroad, hadn't they met because he'd helped her? She didn't even know what was wrong with her. This wasn't like her at all. The atmosphere in the car was oppressively heavy. Wesley held Ava's hand, his tone serious. "Ava, in my entire life, I've never liked anyone else. You're the only person I've ever liked. We're going to spend our whole lives together. Can you try to trust me?" He'd previously overlooked Ava's family background, assuming Ava was truly as carefree as she appeared on the surface. It wasn't until today, when she suddenly got angry, that he belatedly realized how insecure she was. "Do you really like kids that much?" Ava suddenly asked. Wesley brought Ava's hand to his lips and kissed it gently. "Yeah, I really like kids. Ideally a son and a daughter, so they can keep each other company. But 2 at most. There are 3 kids in our family. When we were little, the house was absolute chaos. My mom says she gets a headache just looking at the 3 of us." Thinking about marrying Ava and having a son and daughter together, Wesley's lips curved into a blissful smile. He knew Ava was focused on her career right now and definitely wouldn't get married or have children anytime soon, but he had plenty of time to wait for her. Ava looked straight into Wesley's eyes, without a trace of a smile on her face. If this was Wesley's vision for their future married life, she thought they might be ending here. "Wesley, I'm child-free." 6 light, simple words made the smile on Wesley's face gradually disappear. "You don't like children?" Wesley felt a flash of surprise. He and Ava had visited Lily at the orphanage. Ava had seemed to really like kids. Every time she went, she'd not only buy things for Lily, but for the other children at the orphanage too. "Right, I don't like them. The family you want, a son and daughter, I can't give you that. If you marry me, your future won't include children. It'll only be me." Ava raised her hand and pressed the seatbelt release. "Let's both cool down. Think it through and give me an answer. If within 3 days..." Ava's hand tightened slightly. She suppressed the tremor in her throat. We'll consider it a breakup by default." Ava pushed open the car door and pulled her hand free from Wesley's grasp. Wesley's hand froze in midair, his palm still faintly feeling the soft touch from moments before. "Ava, what's wrong? You're drinking so much." Lena took away the drink in front of Ava. They'd known Ava for so many years and had never seen her drink without saying a word like this. It didn't seem like her at all. Are kids really that important? Ava looked up at Lena, then turned to Autumn. Actually, after she'd gotten out of the car, she'd kept hoping Wesley would catch up to her, hoping Wesley would tell her that she was the most important thing, that he didn't care about children. But she'd walked so far. Wesley never caught up. Perhaps the moment she'd said she was child-free, they were already completely done. Lena and Autumn exchanged glances, immediately understanding. Ava and Wesley must have fought over the child-free issue. Autumn sighed softly. "Ava, families like ours care a lot about heirs and descendants, let alone a family with Wesley's kind of atmosphere. His parents are devoted to each other, his siblings get along well. It's completely normal for him to look forward to having children with the person he loves after marriage." Lena chimed in. "Exactly, Ava. We know you're career-focused right now and can't have children, but you could wait a few years. When you're done dancing, you could have kids then. Why set it in stone? Besides, Wesley isn't like your father. If you two have children, he won't be irresponsible like your dad." In their circle, many people had illegitimate children on the side. If the legitimate son wasn't capable, some would choose to bring back a competent illegitimate child to take over the family business. If the next generation was thin and incompetent, the family fortune would likely be squandered early. Having more children greatly reduced that risk. Ava fell silent and opened another bottle. When they tried to stop her, she'd already picked up the bottle and poured the liquid into her glass. Autumn saw Ava's determination. Ava had always been someone with strong opinions. She wouldn't easily change herself for others. "So what are you planning to do?" Lena asked. As longtime friends, she naturally saw that Ava hadn't taken in a word they'd said. Ava drained the glass in one gulp. "If he can't accept it, I'll find someone else."